Hello, welcome back. Hi, everybody. It's Thursday night. It is time again for our Amazon Live here. I'm so excited to be with you guys. It is our Ask the Midwife, that would be me, Q&A for the night. And you guys, I've been waiting for this day of the week since last week when we did this because it was so much fun. And I'm so excited to be able to do it with you guys again. We have awesome stuff for you all. And I hope you guys are all jumping in and getting your notifications so you can join me tonight. I'm just going to pop my name here up on the screen so you all know who I am. For those of you who may be new, I just wanted to introduce myself. My name is Sherry Creso. This is My Baby Experts. And let's pop that on the screen as well. This is My Baby Experts. And I am a nurse midwife, and I am also an international board certified lactation consultant, and just love to be able to answer questions for you guys and explain some of the most commonly asked questions, as well as some of the best products for new moms, expecting moms, breastfeeding moms here on the planet. All right. And here we are on Amazon Live, ready to go over them all with you. Hi, everyone. Thanks for jumping in. I think my notification just went off, so we're going to give everybody a second to jump in. Hi, Amber. Hi, Lara. Hi, Bree. Hi, Kaylee. Hello, everyone. Hello. Thank you for joining me tonight. Yeah, we got a good show. Hi, Patricia. All right, everybody's coming in. Hi, Pamela. Yeah, great questions again from you guys submitting your questions. We're going to do quite a few questions tonight. And of course, we're going to do quite a few prizes for everybody who wants to hang out and win a few great things. Okay, we're going to also have some bonus codes for you. We'll give you a breastfeeding giveaway bonus code today during the show. And then we're also going to give you an October giveaway code for your membership card on the My Baby Experts app. Right, which actually ends this week, right? So the big prize, the $2,500 prize, is going to be awarded this week. So you want to get all the codes you can. So hang out to get your code here and get more entries into our October giveaway. And we also have a winner for this week's breastfeeding giveaway with Bamboobies. So that's very exciting. One of you guys won for the week. That's over $200 in prizes from Bamboobies and My Baby Experts. You get all of our education, all the courses, and anything else you want to buy from Bamboobies. So super, super fun. Yes. Hello. Hello. Okay, great. So let's get started. First of all, we had a whole bunch of people submit their questions. And if you are interested, like we did last week, because that was so fun last week, if anybody's interested in jumping into the live chat with me tonight, you should be able to have that link. Okay. It should be inside the app. With the app, you'll be able to go right over to, I think it's under the events tab in the app. And if you click on that, it will take you over here to be able to log in and ask your question live. All right. A bunch of you said you're going to ask live. So I'm excited for you to jump in. Okay. Is anybody going to jump in with me? Does anybody want to get on camera, ask your question? And here's an incentive. Okay. Bunch of prizes tonight. One of the prizes, I'm going to give one prize to just the group who jumps in live. So we'll be picking from a much smaller pool. All right. We only have a couple people that are going to get in here. If you jump in live, you are in that pool to win one of the special prizes tonight. All right. I'm going to keep that a surprise for you. We like to do surprises. So we'll wait. All right. And for everybody else, yes, of course, we'll have other prizes for you too. All right. Such amazing prizes, right? Yes. Okay, cool. Let's how about let's do this. Joe's here in the chat. Kaylee's here in the chat. If you have questions or you want me to cover anything, just pop it here into the chat. They can answer questions and I will too as I see them. If you're not following us right now on Amazon, please go ahead and hit that follow button. All right. If you just click right here on the screen, it should appear right below you if you're on the mobile app. If you're on your desktop, I think it's the same. It's right below you as well. Just click the follow If you follow, I can see, and I will thank you for the follow. Okay. And if you, again, if you don't know where to look for the products that I'm going to go over, it'll be right below us as well, where we have a carousel. Okay. So right here, you'll be able to see all the products below me. We'll highlight them as we go, so you know exactly where to go to be able to add them to your cart, or to add them to your baby registry. Go right ahead and click that. If you're on the mobile app, it's actually just another tab. It'll say shop and chat. Right now you're in the chat with me, hopefully, and you're unmuted and you're ready to talk. If not, you're right on the shop tab and you can see the products that we're highlighting. All right. So let's see. Do you guys want to know what some of the prizes are for tonight? Should we go over a couple of the prizes, or should we keep it a surprise? I'm going to let you tell me here what we want to do. Maybe we'll give you an idea. Of course, we're gonna have like some honey sticks, because you know I love my honey sticks. We're gonna do some honey sticks tonight, right? We're also gonna do, let's see, I got some Baby It for somebody. If somebody's like expecting right now or newly postpartum, we're gonna be giving away some of the Fairhaven Baby It, and I'll tell you about that in a minute. Okay, yes, and then I also have an awesome cooler bag here, okay, with ice packs included. This is such a nice cooler bag. It's great for like if you're going back to work, if you're pumping, if you're storing your breast milk, but also if you're just going on a picnic. All right, it's nice and big. It will actually, you know, fit everything in it, and I'll go over that as well. So that's going to be one of the prize. That's actually the prize we're going to give away to someone who jumps into the chat tonight. All right, so you get a special prize tonight. That's a good one. And while we're waiting here, let's see. Yes, Joe's popping them into there. Fantastic. Did everybody enjoy Tuesday night show? We gave away the Cover Me convertible car seat from Baby Trend. That was super fun. And we're going to be doing a whole bunch of that as we keep going here. Do you guys like my new setup here with all the products behind me and all the cute little lights and everything? I'm loving it. It's like so me. If I got bras and flowers in the same scene, that's all me. That is all me. So I'm loving it. Yes. All right, cool. Great. Put those products in that chat. Yes. All right. We actually have Bree here waiting in the wings with her little one. I can see her here. And she's going to jump in and ask the first question of the night. All right. So let's go ahead and bring Bree into the conversation. There we go. Hi, Bree.
Hi.
How are you?
So recently he tries to eat everything I eat. Is that safe?
I can't hear you.
Do what?
What did you say? Can you hear me?
Yes. There we go.
Okay.
I have to
Go ahead.
put it upward.
Go ahead. Ask your question.
So he recently tries to eat everything I eat. Is that safe?
He's recently trying to eat everything you eat. Is that safe? That's what you're asking me?
Yeah, like he'll take it straight out of my mouth and
I gotcha.
just stick it in
Okay.
his.
So how old is he again?
8 months.
8 months. Okay. And he's been eating solid foods, and you've kind of tested out some of his foods, and he's not showing any signs of food allergies or anything like that?
Not yet, he hasn't.
Okay, good. Hopefully not ever, right? Hopefully not ever. Yeah, I mean, it's like the exact age where you'll really start to see them wanting to grab at the foods that you're eating, you know, very interested in what's going in your mouth, and he wants to try them too. And honestly, you know, that's what you're looking for readiness in babies, is to like have their interest, to be able to sit up, to hold their head upright, to be able to sit while they're eating, and be able to grab and hold the foods, and that interest to want to eat what you are is a perfect sign. I would say that when you ask me about safety of what's safe for him to eat,
No, don't take it wrong.
whoop, I think he turned off the camera. She'll probably be back. Let me continue to answer her question. When she was asking about what's safe for her little one, I would say that you know, there are certain foods that you don't want to feed children. Of course, there are things that are choking hazards, like small foods, like things that like hot dogs, or honey is not actually a food that you want to give to children, to babies as well. Peanut butters, things that are sticky, things that can get stuck in their throat. No popcorn. Okay? That's for us. That's for the mommies, right? No popcorn for little ones like that. But other than that, really, what you want to do, Bree, is if you can hear me right now, is to go, do a little Google search about like some of the choking hazard. There are great like lists that you can just follow of what not to feed a baby for choking. And then after that, really, they can eat almost anything. Try to keep the foods, like if you're giving them eggs, make sure they're well cooked, that kind of thing. But other than that, really, and if you want to give them food from what you're eating, do a little research on baby-led weaning as well. Okay, this is going to help you to understand like how to introduce solids to your child that are just like table food. Everything that you're eating at the table can really be fed to the baby, with those few exceptions that we just talked about. Other than that, yeah, go for it. I know a lot of moms and dads who are doing baby-led weaning, and they never even go to baby foods. Okay, so you can do purees. You can also do baby-led weaning, both perfectly fine. Just make sure that you're following something and that you're educating yourself. Okay, more than what we can go over today. But yeah, totally great, totally great. He took the phone. It felt like that's what happened, Brie. I was like, all of a sudden, I saw his fingers and he reached for something, and the whole thing shut down. But yeah, no, thanks for jumping in with me. That was a really good question. Really good question. Let's see. Does anybody else want to jump in? If you have the link, it's right in the app. Okay, so if you want to go back into the app, you'll see it right under the events tab. Kaylee, just confirm that for me, that is where it is. I believe it's in the events tab. It's like under Ask Live. Okay, and then if you click on that, it should just take you. Plus, if you submitted a question tonight, you should have got an email that gave you instructions on how to get in tonight. All right, and so that's all there as well. You don't need, no, Bree, you don't need to come back to the live. That's fine. If I answered your question, that's perfectly fine. We're good. We're good. All right. Let me show you some of the products that we're going to do tonight too. Since we are here on Amazon, we are going to talk about some of the great products that are here. A couple of them, one of the brands that you guys know I love is Bamboobies. Okay, and you can see all their great products here. Their nursing bras, their nursing tanks, and all the different things that are there for supporting breastfeeding moms. And but it can also, they also have products that are great for expecting moms, for postpartum support, for babies. Okay, so there's a whole bunch of things, but their breastfeeding products are just insanely good, and they've been around for a really long time. I used to sell them in my store for years and years. It was definitely the favorite when it came to breast pads, like especially washable pads. They just have the market on the washable pads. So I'm going to just show them to you really quick here. And what I can do is I can pull some up on the screen so that you can also see them a little bit more up close. Okay, up close and personal here. There you go. So here are some of the Bamboobies washable pads. And what I love about them is, first of all, the heart shape. The heart-shaped pads are, there for a reason. Okay, not only do they look super, super cute, but the shape of the heart, and I'm actually holding up the fashion prints. Okay, so they have solid ones, and then they have these fashion prints that you can do like some really cute designs. These are some marble designs here, but this heart shape actually helps to fit around the breast and like really cup the breast no matter what size breast you have. And I think that's awesome. That's really the idea. You can turn it in different directions and it's going to fit and cup the breast perfectly. The nursing pads are super soft. Okay, they are a bamboo. And let me just give you I'm gonna pull this up. Let me see if I can get you some better pictures here. Here you go. Here's the pads. Okay, I love these pads. So cute. And so the pads are just from the softest bamboo fabric. The one side is really, really soft, and that's it's like a velour bamboo that's going to go up against your skin. And then the other side is a waterproof side that prevents the milk from leaking through. Okay. And so what you've got here is both the daytime ones, and these are a little bit thinner, and again they're heart shaped for the curvature here for the breast. And then you've also got the circle ones. So if you're looking at the breast pads and you say, okay, here's the circle, this one is thicker. It's an overnight pad, but it's also great if you're in those early days and early weeks after your baby's born and you're leaking a lot and you have a little bit of a heavier flow. You may want to go with extra of these circle ones, which are the thicker. These are thinner and these are thicker. Okay. I put a whole bunch of different variations here inside the carousel for you. So you'll see different combinations. We have the overnight ones, we have the daytime ones, we have combos where you'll have 3 daytime ones and 1 overnight. You're going to need quite a few of these. And really, I really recommend that you stick to washable breast pads, soft washable breast pads like this, especially in those early weeks after you have your baby. It's what's, first of all, the healthiest to put up against your skin, and it's breathable, and it's going to be soft. So if your nipples are a little bit sore, definitely this is going to feel much better. They stick less to the nipple. Okay, when you have a sore nipple, they absorb well, and they're great for sleeping and just wearing around the house. Okay, so I always have like that basic list of breastfeeding things that you need to get started, because you want to have that at home when you come home with the baby. And washable breast pads are a definite must, and I really recommend doing the Bamboobies here. Okay, that, in addition to like nipple creams, which I'm going to go over some nipple cream tonight too, because we haven't talked about that in depth. But the Bamboobies pads are awesome. And you guys using the Bamboobies pads? I know that a bunch of you are. I'd love to hear your feedback about Bamboobies, because everyone loves them. Bamboozled. Bamboozled are great. Yes, you could call it bamboozled too, except you're not getting bamboozled with the Bamboobies. All right, these are awesome. Okay, so those are the pads. I've got Amber jumped into the chat here, so I'm about to bring her on for her question. So let's bring Amber on. Here we go. Hi there.
Hi.
How are you?
Good. How are you?
Good to see you. I'm good.
So I have a question about breast milk. So
Sure.
little guy's 15 weeks now, but I stopped pumping at 8 weeks. I just wasn't producing enough, but I was able to get enough to freeze for a couple months, I'd say. But I'm trying to figure out when to use it. Is it best to use it like before his immunizations, or am I saving it for a reason? For special occasions,
so gotcha. So you pumped some milk between when you stopped breastfeeding him.
In the first 8 weeks. In the first 8 weeks.
Oh,
so
okay. When you pumped in the first 8 weeks, then you stopped breastfeeding, and you have this stored milk.
Yeah.
Gotcha. How much milk did you store?
I would say a couple like big freezer bags, filled with the little individual packets, right?
Awesome. Yep.
So
fantastic.
last time I gave him some, I gave it to him right before his 2 months. Yeah, the little individual ones. Yeah.
Fantastic.
So I gave it to him before his immunizations, but I'm just trying to figure out when to carry on.
Right. I gotcha. I would say that, one of the ways it really is not going to make a difference at this point. The sooner the better, that you can give it to him. I don't think that necessarily correlating it with his immunizations is going to, really do anything.
Makes no difference
at all. No. It may be that, if he's feeling a little under the weather, that might help, but usually with breast milk, and it's good, like any time to have breast milk is going to help them, because of the antibodies. However, when you're so typically what happens is when you're breastfeeding, the viruses and the bacteria, the things that they're getting sick from, you are also processing through your body, and your breast milk actually makes the antibodies to whatever it is that you're exposed to and your baby's exposed to. So it quickly, and it actually makes it right at the breast. So it quickly gives it to the baby. So in real time, those are usually, a really good way to do it. But as far as like right now, I would say that, maybe a little bit over time, if it was me, this is not like scientifically, like this is the way you do it. But if I had a few bags of breast milk, I would probably give it to him just a little at a time, maybe once a week, or like however you can stretch it out. And especially as we're going into like cold and flu season now with the winter. How long has it been since you stopped breastfeeding?
I stopped at 8 weeks.
Okay. So how long ago was that?
We're 15 weeks now. So
like 7 weeks ago?
Yeah.
Yeah. Are you still making any milk?
No. I wasn't really making a lot to begin with. So that's why I struggled with it so much, because he was so hungry all the time that I wasn't able to get enough going. So I had to supplement with formula, and he just got so used to the formula that it was just, there was no point.
How were you able to pump so much? I'm just surprised that usually if there's like if there's a milk supply issue, that like to have that much extra is, you know, not typical.
Well, it was just because I would try to pump in the morning before he woke up as well, because I was like reading all the books that were like, oh, try to pump and then feed him and then try to pump extra more. And I just wasn't getting enough for him during the feeding. So when he napped, then I would pump whatever I had, even if it was only an ounce.
Right. Was
So
was he latching well at the time?
I had to use one of the Medela nipple shields. And that was fine, but I found that he would choke. He would like choke on the breast milk more. I guess because it's thinner, maybe. I don't.
Well, usually, you know, the milk will let down, especially if you're able to pump that much. Typically, there's a good. This is why I'm asking the question, because it doesn't really match up. So sometimes you'll get to know. Sometimes the question, when you ask me a question, I'm going to answer a different question than what you're even asking, just because I think it's really important to understand. Like sometimes what we think may have been the issue may not have been the real issue. And if anything, it just empowers you to know like the answers about your own body of what was really going on. Sometimes we assume things about like why breastfeeding is not working out, or that we don't have enough milk, when actually it might have been that there was a lot of milk, you know. And when you bring to me the question of like, I didn't have enough milk, but I have all this pumped milk stored in the freezer, it doesn't match.
I tried to pump as often as I could.
Right.
Just to try and get it.
Typically, if somebody has like a low milk supply issue, like a medical issue, they won't be able to pump that kind of milk. So,
maybe it just wasn't enough for him during the feedings.
When you say it wasn't enough, what was indicating to you? Like, what was the reason that you thought it wasn't enough?
He would eat for probably like 10, 15 minutes. And then I'd switch sides, because that was like the advice, switch sides. And I would try to do that. And then as soon as he'd be done 15, he'd be still like, okay, I want more. I want more.
And then what did you do?
And I would try to go back and forth, and it would be an all day thing. But I just and he's starving.
And how old was he when this happened? Around 8 weeks or earlier?
Earlier.
Yeah. Like maybe 3-4 weeks.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm just gonna give you advice, because I think it's really important, not only for yourself. Is this your first baby?
Yeah.
Yeah. So not only for yourself to understand, right? Because maybe you'll have another baby and you'll want to breastfeed that baby, right? Or but all the other moms who are sitting here listening to this conversation, and it is so common, like exactly what you're describing. So babies go through normal growth spurts, okay? And they happen at around 2 to 3 weeks after past the due date. 6 weeks, 3 months, and 6 months. Those are the typical times. It can vary a little bit, like be off a week or so. But what that looks like is you start off, everything's fine. You seem to have a lot of milk and the baby seems satisfied. And then all of a sudden one day, it's like your milk dried up, or it's like you just don't have enough. The baby eats on one side, they eat on the other side, exactly like you're describing, and they're still hungry. And you're like, oh my God, it's like all day long. So you feel scared that like, okay, there's not enough. Let me give a little bit of extra supplementation.
Yeah.
Which is actually the last thing you want to do when they're hitting a growth spurt. Because
it also was that when we were in the hospital, his blood sugars were low. So they were like, either we take him to the NICU and give him IVs and everything like that, or we give him formula and he stays with you. So I was like, all right, here's the formula. Just give him the formula.
Right. And then you continued with that when you got home?
Yeah.
Right. And so what happens is, you know, your body's actually, it's not you as like you have some medical condition that you couldn't make enough milk, most likely. Okay. That I don't think you'd be able to have pumped what you did. Okay. But introduction of the formula and then the continued use of the formula, what it does, it tells your body, I don't need that much. Right. Because it doesn't know how much you're feeding the baby. So it starts to make less, even though it's responding in a really normal way.
Yeah.
right? So that's
Yeah.
one thing. I don't even think that's the issue. I think that when you hit that 3-week growth spurt, and this is typically, like, you ask moms, like, when so many people will talk about, like, I didn't have enough, right? I didn't have enough milk. That you hear it all the time. If you ask them, when did it happen? Somewhere around 3 weeks, 2 to 3 weeks.
Yeah.
They hit that first growth spurt, and where it felt like it was enough, all of a sudden they seem really, really hungry, right? And
Yeah,
and
you
we
seem like you're starving.
as moms, we blame ourselves, like, oh my God, I'm starving my baby. I have to
Mhm.
it must be me, right?
Yeah.
I'm going to just explain to you and to the audience what to do when you hit that growth spurt. Like, what you would want to do is you would want to just, like, get in bed with the baby and feed nonstop for like a day or two.
Mm.
It's like literally back, like what you did was perfect. Like, this side, that side, this side, that side. It could be every hour. It seems like they're just not getting enough. But what's happening is, because the breast is being drained every hour, like more and more and more, the next day or 2 days later, it rebounds with twice as much milk.
Mm.
And it all starts again. And then they're gagging and choking on it because of the heavy letdown.
Okay.
Okay. And then that whole cycle, and then you regulate it. You kind of engorge a little bit more again. You regulate again. A couple weeks goes by. All of a sudden they're starving again, because babies that are breastfed grow in spurts.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's what happens is, like, all of a sudden they'll hit that growth spurt and they grow, and they actually need, it is true, they actually need more than what you're making, but in a really normal way, where they have to tell your body, like, it's almost like you're out of the way and the baby and your breasts are having like this relationship and communicating with each other.
It's
and
true.
So by getting more hungry and saying, hey, you're not making enough for me, and feeding so much for a day or two, if you just let it happen, your body responds and it goes, oh, okay, we'll catch up. And that's what happens. And I say this to you, Amber, so to empower you. You know what I mean? To not
Because I would
feel
love
like
to do it for the next one. I would love to try more for the next one.
Yeah. And I mean, and the other thing I was going to say to you too, is that I know that you don't think you have any right now, but I'm going to tell you this too, just in case you want to know the information. Once you've already breastfed, like you just have recently, and you just stopped maybe within the last month or two, it is not impossible. In fact, it's not too hard to actually relactate and actually start making a little bit of milk, even if it wasn't all the milk.
Okay.
So it's not too late. So it all prefaced all of that with, like, first of all, I don't think there was anything wrong. And again, I don't know your medical history. So unless you have like major PCOS or thyroid conditions or things like that, most likely there was nothing wrong. It's really unusual to like carry a pregnancy all the way, deliver a baby, and then not be able to feed. It usually doesn't happen unless there's some like underlying medical issue or some secondary issue, like a lot of formula supplementation.
Yeah, right? I think that maybe that could have been it, because he was so used to the formula, and maybe that's just what he wanted then.
Yeah, totally. I'm going to gift you my low milk supply webinar.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
So Kaylee's going to take care of that for you and give you access to low milk supply webinar, because I really want you to watch it. It's so good. It's part of my all course bundle, and it really walks through so many of the things that I'm talking, but I want you to really listen to it from a place of zero guilt. Like, what you're doing right now is totally fine. Either way that you decide to go, totally fine. I say this, I really just want to empower you to feel like it's not you, and that you can do this. And if you wanted to do it for next time, you'll know exactly what to do, and you'll watch Simply Breastfeeding. You get all this knowledge beforehand. Okay. And you'll also understand all about low milk supply and really what's going on. And that webinar just covers, I go systematically through all the questions and answers about low milk supply. Okay. In that. Okay. And then I also want you to just feel empowered that if you feel like you would love to, like, even give some breast milk, because it sounds like that you wouldn't have jumped in to ask this question, like, how do I use this like precious milk that I pumped for him? You know that it's good. There's still an option to continue.
Okay.
Just saying. Okay. And it doesn't have to be all or nothing. And that's the thing about breastfeeding. It doesn't have to be all or nothing. And I mean, you would start by like skin to skin and just let him go back to the breast and see if he'll like latch, see if he'll, latch onto it. If you wanted to pump, It's all about stimulation right now, and your prolactin levels have not completely disappeared yet. So it's actually much easier. Last week, I forgot who was on with us, Alyssa maybe, who her partner is the one who's delivering the baby, and she wanted to also breastfeed, right? And so she was asking me about induced lactation. So she's actually not even pregnant, and it's possible to induce lactation and breastfeed. When you've already delivered a baby in the last few weeks or months, it's so much easier. Like you could really do it.
I'll definitely take a look at it because I really want to try for the next one. Like I really want to try longer.
And I think you will do it. Like I've had moms, I mean, I've been doing this for so many years, and I've had moms who literally came to me with their 4th, 5th babies, and they were not able to breastfeed with any of the others before because of milk supply issues and all these things that they thought or they were told, and exclusively perfectly breastfed with their last baby.
I even tried like those lactation cookies, and I was like, maybe this will help.
It's not gonna. No, lactation cookies. First of all, I'm not a fan of lactation cookies. I mean, I'm a fan because I love cookies, right? So anything with a cookie, I'll eat a cookie. And they're delicious and they're good and they can't hurt, you know. But I don't think they have enough of the ingredients usually to like. Okay, and really the only. I mean, there are supplements that can support in like more like to have a better milk supply. You know, we have, I'm going to talk about things today from Babies. They have their teas and they have all the different herbs that definitely work to help. But the number one thing, like that won't work if you're not pumping or nursing. Like that's really emptying the breast and draining the breast is really the number one thing that's going to get you to produce more milk. And everybody looks at it like almost like the opposite. They think that, you know, oh, I'll wait to pump or nurse until my breasts feel nice and full, right? Like, let me just wait because they feel so empty. There's nothing there. That's actually counterproductive to making milk. The more
I just never had that like engorgement feeling. I never had.
And you don't have to. It's actually not even a normal thing. You can feel completely not full and there's lots of milk. It's like a leaky faucet. It's constantly making milk. You know what I mean? So like, it's not like the breast it's not this like full and empty. It's just always making milk. And if you're continuing to nurse the only way, and truly the only way ever to know if the baby's getting enough is to watch their wet diapers. There's no other way. There is no other way. So like the idea of like, well, I did 15 minutes and then I switched sides and I did 15 minutes. It's all arbitrary. Like it means nothing. It doesn't tell us anything about how much the baby's getting. We don't know. And, you know, with breastfeeding, you would think that nature didn't get it wrong, right? So if you were supposed to know how much they were eating, you would have been born with like a little gauge on your breast.
Yeah.
That's how we would have evolved as human beings, right? Little gauge, it said, oh, full, empty, right? We don't know how much. And it drives me crazy because, you know, you'll even have like lactation consultants or doctors talking to moms and saying, you know, make sure they get like 2.5 ounces. And you're like, what? Like, how the heck am I going to know? It's irrelevant. It's irrelevant.
Yeah, because the lactation consultant that was in the hospital really just came in, gave me a nipple shield, and then that was it.
And that is so common. And, you know, and I almost can't even, sometimes they call themselves lactation consultants. They've had a little bit of training on lactation and they're the consultant and not necessarily an IBCLC, like a real specialist in breastfeeding. So that's sometimes the case. And then the rest of the time, it could be that they're just they're so busy. They're working with so many patients. They've got NICU babies and all these things that they're dealing with. So you really can't rely just solely on the lactation consultant while you're in the hospital, which is why, you know, I created the Simply Breastfeeding course. That's really for moms who are expecting to like really get all this knowledge before they even have the baby. So when they walk in, it is like, nope, know this, I know this, I know this. And they're half the time telling the pediatricians and the nurses and lactation consultants what day it is about all this. And they feel really empowered. And I think so many are not actually watching the course. And it pains me because I know that they're going to struggle with breastfeeding and they're not going to get that support in the hospital. And I know because I worked in a hospital for 15 years. So I know what it's like.
For the next one, then I'll actually be prepared.
Exactly. I'm going to give you low milk supply so that you can like kind of identify, you're probably going to identify that none of it was you. Like you'll start to see things that you're like, oh yeah, like she's totally describing everything that happened here, right?
Yeah.
And then with the next one, you watch Simply Breastfeeding when you're pregnant, and you get yourself really like clear and like knowledgeable, and that little bit of just knowing that lactation physiology, understanding how your body works.
Mm-hmm.
It's all really very simple, which is why I call it Simply Breastfeeding. It's really simple.
Yeah.
But it's not explained, and we're not taught this. And if you don't know how it works, you don't know what's normal and what's not.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, so I want to tell you, first of all, thank you so much for coming on to ask your question.
Well,
I may have given you answers that you weren't expecting. Okay. But it's okay. Right. I hope that's okay. It seems like
it's great. It's great.
You're very open to that. And I really appreciate that. And it helps a lot. I know there's other people watching who are like,
going through the same thing.
Going through the exact, because this is probably one of the most, that's why my webinars on low milk supply, it's one of the most common things that breastfeeding moms complain about and struggle with with. And most of the time it is not even a real issue. It's a perceived, I even talk about it in the webinar, that the most common cause of low milk supply is perception, a perceived issue. Mm-hmm. It's not really an issue. It's a perceived issue. And then it leads you down the path of like supplementation and giving up and all these other things. And for moms who choose not to breastfeed, I totally support that. If they're knowledgeable and it's an informed decision, it is totally their choice. And I help people to wean and stop breastfeeding if they want to. But I don't feel like that's empowering if somebody really wants to and they just think they have a medical issue.
Yeah.
You know, so I'm here to support you. Okay.
Well, thank you.
Kaylee will be in touch with you to give you, or she'll just actually sign you up.
Oh,
you're doing awesome.
Thank you.
You're doing awesome. Okay. And if you need more support, I can do lactation consulting too, virtually. So if you ever need support from me. Okay.
Perfect.
Mwah.
Thank
Sending
you.
love. Okay. Bye.
Bye.
Oh, that was so great. Okay. She's awesome. I'm so happy that she asked that question. I don't know. Was that helpful for you guys to hear some of that? We went over quite a bit just now. You never know where these live streams are going to take us and what the questions are going to do for us. But I think it's just so important for you guys to know that you guys really, so many of you just need the knowledge. And that's why I'm doing this with you. So many of you just need the knowledge so that you can make those choices for yourself and follow through with whatever that choice is. And that's exactly, that was the point of all that. So I hope that was, yes. Okay, good. That was helpful. I'm so glad. Let's go on here. Yes. Very helpful for you too. Oh my God. So happy for you guys. Okay. Let's do this. How about we do let's do a prize. Want to do a prize? You guys up for a prize? Nah, you don't want a prize, right? You want a prize? Let's do a prize. We're going to give away a pack of the Homestead Honey Sticks. Okay. These are the Homestead Honey Sticks. This is a pack of 50. They do come in packs of 100, which I will be ordering next because we are just going through these quickly. Okay. Honey sticks are awesome. These are natural, nice little natural snacks. Okay. They're pure, unfiltered American honey. They come in 5 different flavors here inside the package. A bunch of you have already won these and love these. Okay. There's the clover, cinnamon, orange, lemon, and ginger. I'm going to show you how you eat them. Okay. First, I'm going to show you how you eat them so that you all want it. All right. Actually, let's start pulling some numbers here. How about you guys pick a number between 1 and 100? 1 and 100. Okay, that's it tonight. 1 and 100. And the person who comes closest to the number that we choose here without going over is going to win the honey sticks tonight. Okay, is going to win the honey sticks. All right. And I'm going to show you how you eat them. Okay, so the honey sticks, and which one do I want tonight? I'm going to try... Let's see. That can't be the cinnamon because I know my daughter ate them all. I'm going to try the ginger. Okay. This is the ginger. All right. So what you do is you see that little tip there like that. Okay. They're just closed up like that. What you do is you bite it in the opposite direction. Okay. And then it opens up And now you could just suck the honey right out from inside of it. These are great to put like on your desk. They're great for a gift. If you wanted to give this to somebody for the holidays, I think you could make a nice little package out of these for a gift for somebody. I think that we talked about honey, not giving it to babies. Okay. But if you have your toddlers, these are great little natural snacks. My family loves these. All right. So if you want to win the honey sticks tonight, and they're also in the carousel, Joe's going to be highlighting that for you here. We're going to give out a number here. So I'm going to ask Kylie right now what the number was that we picked earlier. And she's going to text me the number, because we picked some numbers earlier. And then I'm going to let you know. All right. So put your number in there. Only put one number. Okay. Don't put more than one. Just one number. Are they hard? Well, the straw itself, it's sort of like a straw, like just a regular plastic straw. And the honey itself is not hard, but the sticks are a little bit, hard. Yeah, not really chewing on them. I see a question from Daisy. I'll answer your question in a minute. Now I'm busy eating. That's what happens. All right. Do we have a number that you? Yep, I see it. Okay. All right. So we're going to call the number right now. And the pre-chosen number earlier was the number 25. I don't know who won, but the number was 25. I'm going to put it here in the chat for you. Okay. 25 was the number. Who is the winner? Amber, I think it came in a little bit too late. You can't put the number in after I say it. So we're going to have to skip that. Let's see. Who's the number? Did Amber put the number in right before I said it, or right after? I don't know. I'm going to wait for Kaylee to let us know. I can't tell because there's a delay over here. Okay, let's do this. Who else came closest without going over besides Amber? Who's the other person that came closest without going over with the number 25? Because I can't tell. Do we know? You believe Stephanie? Okay. All right. We're going to give it to both Stephanie and Amber. Okay. Both of them are going to win the honey sticks. Okay. Because we don't know. All right. So let's do that. Okay. So both Stephanie and Amber are each going to win a pack of honey sticks. Congratulations, ladies. Yay. Okay, good. So both of them win. See? 2 winners. That's good. All right. Never going to leave anybody out here. All right. Next up, let's talk a little bit about, I want to show you, as we were talking before about pumping, I have the Bamboobies pumping lubricant. I don't know if you guys have ever seen the pumping lubricant, but this is great. This is a all natural lubricant that you can use right on your pump parts. It will help to create less friction on your pump parts. I'm going to pull this up for you here as well. Hold on. Let me see. So I can show you what it looks like. Here you go. Okay. You see it there? Okay, there you go. There's the pumping lubricant. Okay, so it comes in a little tube like this. All you need to do is put a tiny little bit right on your nipple or right around your areola and right on the flange of the breast pump, okay? And what that's going to do is it's going to help to prevent any kind of friction, so it makes pumping just way more comfortable. Now, for those of you guys who've heard me before talking about pumping, it is not just about feeling more comfortable, but comfort while you're pumping is one of the most important things that you can do to get more milk out. All right. So 1, having the right size flange, critically important. Okay. 2, making sure that you have a pump that's going to provide you with the ability to control your suction and speed so that you can get that dial down right to exactly what you need. You know, so many people think they just turn the pump all the way up, and the higher the setting, the better the milk's going to come out. And that's actually the opposite of what you want to do. You want to get it right to the setting that you need that will stimulate your letdown. Okay. And then a soft flange or something that's going to actually keep your, be comfortable around the nipple, and pumping lubricant is one of those things that can do that. And I see a bunch of you here in the chat talking about, you've never even heard of pumping lubricant. It's great. This is from Bamboobies again. I'm just going to read you the ingredients on here because it's such a nice product. Let me find it for you. Hold on one second. The pumping lubricant has, let's see. It reduces friction. It is lanolin free. It is a certified organic with a coconut oil base. Okay. So it's going to be completely safe and not harmful for you, for your baby to, like, if a little bit gets into your baby's mouth or into the milk, it's not going to be harmful. This is a very important point to consider as well when you're picking things that are, 1, going on your pump parts, or 2, going on your nipple, like your nipple creams, or 3, that you're using to wash your pump parts or your bottles with. Okay. And so let's talk about all 3 of those things. So 1 is your pumping lubricant. Okay. That's from Bamboobies. The other one here that we're going to talk about is the, let's see, hold on one second. Nipple cream. Okay. This is the nipple balm from Bamboobies as well. Okay. And the nipple, I think I have it here on the shelf. Where's the nipple balm? Nipple balm. Where'd it go? I have too many things around me. Okay. All right. So the nipple balm is also going to help to soothe your nipples. Joe just popped it here into the chat for us. Okay. But the nipple balm is a lanolin-free nipple balm that you can put right onto your, like, chapped nipples, cracked nipples. Yeah, that stuff is a lifesaver. It really is. I really highly recommend not using any kind of lanolin. And we haven't talked that much about why I don't recommend it, but so often when you'll be in the hospital, you'll hear about nipple creams that are made with lanolin, and you think that's the thing. And it was at one point in time, it was like the recommended thing to use lanolin nipple creams. Now I recommend all organic, natural nipple creams that are based with, like, beeswax, this feels so nice. Olive oil, coconut oil. This one particular, I'll read you the ingredients here for you. Hold on a second. Nipple creams. I can't remember all these things. Okay, so yes, ingredients: extra virgin olive oil, beeswax, shea butter, marshmallow root, calendula flower. Okay, calendula is an herb that is really, really healing to the skin. All right, and so I use it in homeopathic form. I use it in herbal form, in nipple creams like this, even on other types of lotions. Calendula is awesome. So I highly recommend that you get one that has the calendula in it, and that's the Bamboobies here, and something that's organic, something that's natural, and does not have lanolin. Karen's asking, why do hospitals promote lanolin? It's old practice. What can I tell you? We just finished talking about all the bad advice that sometimes you'll get when you're in the hospital, and nipple cream and lanolin is one of them. Lanolin comes from the sheep. It's the sebaceous glands of the sheep. Okay, so a sheep produces this in the skin and in their wool. And the problem with lanolin is that sheep are fed a lot of, like, grains and things that are filled with GMOs, pesticides, and then it can accumulate in the fat or the lanolin in their skin. They're also heavily sprayed often with pesticides. And so a lot of this lanolin, even though they talk about it being pure or whatever, it's just not something that I personally would put on my nipple or have go into my baby's mouth. And so I would just avoid anything that has lanolin to put on the nipple. It's also really thick and sticky, and it gets really hard when it's cold. So I remember my first baby was born in January. And I used to have to, this was like 20 years ago when lanolin was like the thing around, right? I used to have to sit on the lanolin to warm it up enough just to squeeze it out of the tube. And then, of course, you can imagine that's not going to be very comfortable for rubbing on a sore nipple. Okay. And so I really don't recommend this. These organic natural nipple creams and nipple balms, like the one that I'm showing you here from Bamboobies, is fantastic. And it's very, very smooth. It feels really good on your nipple. And yeah, Amber saying, even with a nipple shield, you definitely need this. I personally love using nipple cream and recommend it as a preventative. So lanolin really doesn't do much to heal your nipple either. I mean, it's just like more like a barrier, but it really doesn't have any healing properties to it, where like the calendula really does. And so when you're putting this nipple cream on, you can use it even before you get sore to help keep the skin intact. Obviously, you need to have a good latch, position and latch. All those things are going to be super, super important, like the most important. But I find that moms who use the calendula ingredient in their nipple creams and these organic natural creams like this one do way better with sore nipples. All right. So, yeah, that is the nipple cream and I love it. Let's see, what else was I about to say about, oh, and then the other thing we talked about the pumping lubricants, we talked about the nipple creams, and then the last thing that you really want to be careful of when you're talking about breastfeeding and products like this is also what you're washing your bottles with and what you're washing your pump parts with, because regular detergents that are filled with chemicals are going to leave residues on the inside of those bottles, and then that can get into your breast milk or into your formula. So I highly recommend using the Dapple. Okay. And so this is Dapple bottle and dish soap. And this is just one of the products that they have for cleaning parts. Okay. This is a plant-based bottle wash that you've heard us talk about so much. It's great for all your dishes, but especially good for washing out your pump parts, for washing your bottles out. It breaks down the fats and the proteins that can sometimes accumulate on the inside of the bottles or pump parts, and it helps to like really dissolve that. Okay, but it does it without any chemicals. It does it without parabens or phthalates or anything else, and so it's not going to leave that chemical residue. There's also, and I don't know how much I've talked about this, there's also, this is the breast pump wash from Dapple. Okay. It's a breast pump cleaner. What that means is this is specifically used to be able to soak your breast pump parts or your bottles, but especially your breast pump parts, to get all that off the bottle, off the parts as well. Okay. So it takes the milk residue off. Again, plant-based. You put a little bit, into a bucket or, and then you can put some water and you can soak them. They also have breast pump wipes as well, which are great for on the go, so that if you wanted to just like wipe them down, say you're at work and you want to wipe down your pump parts, this is a great way to do that in a very convenient on the go method. Okay, so we put both of those into the carousel for you. You can keep these in your pumping bag. You can keep these in your diaper bag. But both of these are available here on Amazon. Okay, so we just literally put them into the chat for you here, into the carousel. Sorry, I'm dropping things. Yep, definitely drop things. Okay, is anybody else? Yes, those look great. I didn't know they. Yeah, we haven't talked much about the bottle washes. Let me pull that up for you here. I mean, for the breast pump wash. Let me show it to you here. Okay. Yeah. It's really great for like really removing like the most stuck on breast pump part residue. Okay. So if you really have like anything accumulating on your parts, this is a really good one to switch to. And it's a really good alternative to any kind of like liquid soap. All right. It's great for soaking as well. Let's see. Kaylee's leaving messages for me here. Brandy asked how to find a small enough flange, has size 21 and it's too large, and how to stay awake for late night breastfeeding sessions. Oh, that's a good question. Okay, thanks for bringing that to my attention. First of all, highly unusual to be smaller than a 21. Okay, so here's what I'm going to say about that. Now, can you be smaller than a 21 flange size? She's talking about flange sizes. Yes, it's possible. But in all my years, I've very rarely seen that. So again, sometimes you ask me a question and I'm going to answer with a different question. What I have seen that's more common, and especially if you're feeling like you need something, like you keep going smaller and smaller and smaller with your flange, it could be that it's more of an elastic breast tissue issue. Okay. So some women just have way more elasticity to their breast. And so when they put the pump on, especially depending on how strong the pump is and how high they're turning it up, it seems to be pulling too much of the nipple and areola into the flange. And you think, okay, it's hurting. It's not comfortable. I need smaller and smaller and smaller. But that's not necessarily the case. What I would recommend is that they make, and I wonder if they have them here on Amazon. They're called pumping pals. Either getting a breast pump that has the silicone inserts already with it. The even flow feeding breast pump has that silicone inserts. And what happens is with the silicone insert into your flange, it holds the breast tissue back. So it's only pulling the nipple into the flange tunnel. Okay. So I'm going to say to you that I would say that's way more common than needing a smaller size than the 21. All right, so I would try going with that first. I'm going to just do a little search here and just see if pumping pals are here on Amazon, because they really, really work. Let's see. Pumping pals. I don't see them. Do we have any? You need something that's going to, they're universal. And that's what I love about them, is the pumping pal are universal. Let's see. Pumping pals. I'm going to find these for you. Okay. But those are like silicone inserts that really, really help. And if you could find silicone inserts that go with your pump, that's going to be ideal. We'll do a little research. You have the Medela. Who's asking that question, Brittany? I've seen some, if not, they're here on Amazon. Okay. Yeah. Something similar to that. Again, I'll just talk about the physiology again. Something that's going to hold the breast tissue back, and not make the flange so slippery if your breast is very elastic. And if Brandy's here in the chat, she can kind of answer that question. I see her here, Brandy. So, are you noticing that that's kind of what's happening? Is that too much of the breast tissue is getting pulled into the flange? Because I think that's what you're describing is why you feel like it's too big still. She can answer that question if she's still, she can hear me. Yeah, you're gonna have to look into that. Yeah, that's typically the problem. That's typically the problem. I always recommend getting a breast pump that has multiple flange sizes included, because it's so hard to actually measure the size that you need. All right. It's so hard to measure the size that you need. They're usually, and it may change, or you may need one size for the right and one size for the left. It's very different, depending on how full you are, depending on how long it's been that you've been breastfeeding. In the beginning, you might need one size and then it changes after that. So I really recommend trying to get a breast pump that has those multiple flanges included, or at the very least, they sell extra flanges. Some of these pumps, like you have one flange. I don't know who designed them. I don't know who came up with that, but it definitely wasn't a lactation consultant that did that. So you want to have something that you can customize what you need. Oh, Kaylee's texting me some of the options here. Yeah. Yeah, these are okay. Let me pull these up for you. I personally do not know what these, I've not used these particular ones, but they are similar to what we're describing. And you just got to be careful with these inserts that they don't make the flange too small. Okay. That they don't make the flange too small. If you have the Medela, it looks like they have some flex breast shields. I'm not sure that those are the same as what I'm describing. You need something silicone. I'm going to actually pull up the even flow one so you can see what I'm talking about. Let me pull those up for you. This was the breast pump that I helped design. So I really do like this one. Let's see, flanges. Okay. Here, these are the ones that go, these are the extra small. Maybe you can try these and see if they fit inside your flange. Let me pop these in here for you. Okay, those are that's the kind of idea that I'm talking about. All right, that's the even flow feeding ones. The even flow feeding pump actually comes with multiple flange sizes, and they come with all the soft ones like this included with the pump, which is actually really nice. And that was something that I said, when we designed the pump years and years ago. I don't know, that was like 2000 and what, Joe? 11, 12, multiple flange sizes and soft silicone so that it's comfortable. All right. We don't talk about that much anymore, but it's really, really important. Let's see. Any other questions that I can answer? And we need to give some codes. I've been talking for a while, haven't I? Let's give you some codes. All right. I know you're waiting for codes. And then we also have some more prizes and more product here. So let me scroll through and find the codes for today. We have 2 codes to give you. One is, and a winner. And we also have a winner for the weekly breastfeeding giveaway. So let me give you the 2 codes first. Okay. This one is the breastfeeding code. Okay. It's a breastfeeding bonus code. You put that into the breastfeeding bonus card inside the My Baby Experts app. All right. So this is the first one. This is and I'm going to label it so you guys don't make a mistake. Okay. This is the breastfeeding code. All right, here we go. And please repeat it back. Ooh, I almost typed it wrong. Look at me. I'm not going to say it out loud because you do need to be here live to get it. There you go. Okay, there's your breastfeeding code. Okay, Kaylee's saving the questions that people have been asking. Awesome. Okay. Yes, she is the best. Isn't she the best? I don't know what I would do without her. Man, I'd be lost. She is the best. Okay, good. There's your breastfeeding code for today. And then I'm also going to give you the winner now. Okay, so let's give you the winner for the, this was our weekly breastfeeding giveaway winner. And again, we'll have another one next week. So this is the weekly winner. And this is, you guys can all thank Bamboobies for this, for their huge gift card that they give away weekly to you guys. All right. I hope that you're giving them love. I hope you're visiting their site. I hope you're going to their Amazon pages here and giving them some love and attention, because they're giving you lots of love and attention. And I appreciate them so much. And I love their products. Let me tell you this. Okay. This is the last time we were live last week, it was actually in the wash because I wear it so much. If I could tell you what this is a nursing tank that I wear all the time. In fact, I'm going to ask them to send me some more because I need more to wear. I love this tank. It's so comfortable. It's like butter. I'm not kidding. The fabric on here is so, so comfortable. I don't need to open the flaps for nursing anymore, but I don't care. I'll still wear it. It has the built-in, shelf inside of here. So you don't need to wear it with a bra. It's great for anything underneath your clothes. I wear it underneath my sweatshirts. I'm working from home. It's fantastic. It's nice and long, as you can see. Okay, it's really long, this tank. So it's great if you're trying to cover the tummy. It's great if you are still pregnant and you want it to fit over your pregnant belly. This is the nursing tank. It does come in a couple different colors. You're wearing yours right now? Yeah. How much do you love this thing, right? Is it not like butter, Daisy? It's like butter, okay? And I love it. I just absolutely love it. I'm going to have to get more because I just wear it all the time. It's also great. Like, tanks are great for if you're if you're going out and you're nursing in public and you just want to be able to put the tank top on, have a shirt over it. You can lift your shirt and then open the tank. And you have just this small opening, so you can cover from the top and you can cover from the bottom. It doesn't that way when you're lifting, you're not your whole belly, everything's not hanging out, unless you want to. That's totally fine too. But if you're a little bit modest and want to cover everything on the side, it's a great way to wear layers and nurse underneath. Yes, so soft and smooth. Yes, it's perfect for the hospital. You're right. These are the tanks. We've also got the bras. Okay, this is the nursing bra. This one here, there's two different types here. This particular one is the yoga nursing bra. Okay, it has a kind of a yoga back to it. Okay, and then you have the strappy one here, and I'll turn it around so you can see it without tipping it over. Okay, and it's got all that support in the back, which is awesome. Okay, so this is the other one. Again, both of these are super soft. They're great for sleeping in. They're also great for wearing in those early weeks after the baby's born, like, you know, all the time. You can wear them 24/7. And I highly recommend that you have bras that you can wear 24/7 without the discomfort of like sleeping in a bra. This is going to actually be more comfortable. It has this hook here. So even though it's going over your head, it still has a hook. And what's great about that is it's great for like buying during the pregnancy, and you can start fitting your nursing bras early, like 20 weeks. You know, really your breasts have fully grown by 20 weeks. It's really just your rib cage after that that's expanding with your belly growing. Okay, so things will start to feel tight. But if you have a bra that you can extend and open up, or even put an extender in, it's going to make that band around the bottom nice and comfortable. That way, when you deliver and the belly goes down, now you can tighten it back up again and you're getting the right support. So I think they just really nailed it with these bras. They're really easy to wash. They have the molded cups in the front here. I don't know if you can see it. It has a cup so that your pads are not showing through. You can also remove them if you want to. And it just gives you a nice shape. I absolutely love them. When you feel these, you're not going to want to wear anything else. That's the whole thing. How can you tell what size you need? Very, very good question. We actually have a sizing guide that we did like a little, I think we'll work on giving you that tomorrow. So you guys can all see the sizing guide of how to size your bras, but they really do have good charts. So basically what you're doing is you're doing a measurement of your band and then you're putting your cup size in. And what I love about these is it's kind of a range. They run from extra small through double XL. So you don't have to get it perfect. And I think it's really hard to get these perfect sometimes when you're changing size so much throughout the whole process. So go over to the product page and you'll be able to see their sizing guide here. I'll pull it up for you. I believe they're going to have the sizing guides right on there. I say, what did I do here? I have to go back. Here we go. All right, let's pull this up for you. Is it working? Here, let me show you. Okay, so here, this one is the yoga bra, right? And here's the different sizes that you can choose from. You've got extra small, small, medium, large, extra large, and double extra large. Okay, and then you can go ahead. Where is the sizing guide on here? Let's see if they have the sizing guide here. They definitely have it on their website. So let's see. There's also such the product images. Let's see. Where's the product images? There's also one on the Bamboobies website. Yeah, that's where you want to find the sizing. I thought it would be here. Oh, here it is. I'm sorry. Okay, here's your sizing guide. Okay, so as you can see, what you're going to do is you're going to first measure underneath your, like around the rib cage, and find that number in inches. And then just slide over here so you can see these are the numbers. Okay, and then here's your bra cup size. Okay, and you're just going to find it down here. So say you measure 36D. You're going to just follow this down to the D, and there you go. You got the small. All right, so it's very, very easy to figure out what size you need. You'll be able to do that right here. Okay. They tend to run a little bit large, so that's good because it's going to accommodate if you are engorged or, you know, needing a little more room, which I would prepare for needing a little bit more room. Yeah, let's see. I wish Bamboobies made sizes above double XL. I hate form-fitting tops and like to size up. Yeah, you know what? These actually do, Devin, they do run a little bit large. I would say that I went down a size on this because they do run large and they're so stretchy that they do fit and stretch really well. So that might be good for you to try it. Let's see. So if I wore 36C 2 years ago, but most bras are small, do I move up? If you wore, Brandy, how old is your baby? I don't remember if you're pregnant or if you're nursing right now. If you are 36C, let's look at the sizing again. Okay, so if you're a 36C, what I would do is I would go with the small. If you're about the same size as you were back then, and you were a 36C, and those were a little bit small, I would still, you're right on the border. Okay, you're right on the border. I would just go with the measurement. Why don't you try measuring underneath? See where you are if you're a 36. Often people mismeasure their band size. Okay, so they tend to go larger in the band and smaller in the cup, which is sort of the opposite of what you want to try to do, because usually that's how people get it wrong, is they go too big in the band, too small in the cup, and then they don't get the right support. I say go a little bit larger. That's Jamie texting me right now. So go a little bit smaller in the band if you can, a little bit larger in the cup if you're kind of on the fence. All right. And maybe we'll do a whole show just on bra fitting so that you guys can learn how to really fit your bras. We've done a couple shows like that before, and it's so helpful. It's something that I did for many, many years, is bra fitting. So I like doing that with you guys. All right. We were going to announce the winner. Let's announce this week's winner. Okay, let's get that done. And then we'll also give away the last prize of the night. Let's see. I know that Kaylee. Okay, the winner. Where is it? She sent it to me. I know she did. Let's see. Yes, here it is. Okay, so the winner of the breastfeeding giveaway, our breastfeeding giveaway this week, okay, is Sarah Orozco. Sarah Orozco. Okay, I'm going to type it here in the chat. Congratulations, Sarah. She was our winner this week. Sarah Orozco. Okay, Sarah is our winner for this week. Congratulations, Sarah. Fantastic. I don't know, was she here? I didn't see her name today. Yeah, congratulations. Yay. So many of you guys. There were such winners. Keep winning. It's awesome. Let's see. Vicky said, I was really hesitant to get an extra large, but it worked out great. Okay, awesome. Yeah, no. Were you hesitant because you thought it was going to be too small, Vicky? You'd love a bra fitting show. Thanks for thinking about it. Yeah, and there's also some bra fitting great videos in the video library over in the app too, if you're interested in watching any of those. Maybe what we'll do is we'll do a watch party. We'll all sit around and eat popcorn, and we'll let the video talk, and I'll answer questions in the chat because I have such a good show on bra fitting. I think that might be a good watch party to do. What do you think, Kaylee? I think we're going to do that. What would you suggest for a 32I bra size? Okay, fantastic question. For the 32I, these might not be the perfect fit for you, Caitlin, and it's really, I had so many moms with very, very small band, large cups, and that really takes a particular type of fitting, and you really want to make sure you get that right. But I would say that, and they do exist. Okay, these bras do exist. I actually am going to even list a few of these for you because I think that they're hard to find. But yeah, I don't know that this is. You could try. You see, the problem with the way these are sized here, you're going to have to go way too small for the band to fit, and then the cup's not going to fit. So I'm not sure it's going to be the perfect one for you. But they do exist. They do exist. Let's see. What other questions? Okay. You hate trying on bras in the store. I need a couple of this. Yeah. You had to return a couple. I'm definitely gonna do a bra fitting show. I'm gonna make some recommendations for you guys, and I'm gonna teach you how to do it. Okay, because There's some really good bras that exist, and some more fitted bras. These are great for like, I really believe that you need like 3 good sleeping every day, like comfortable engorgement, wear to the hospital type bras, like the ones I'm showing you. Like you'll need 3 of these. But then I think that as you start to move into the rest of the time that you're going to be nursing, or if you're going back to work, you do need fitted bras. And those fitted bras are not necessarily these. You do need ones that you can measure the band, you can get the cup, and I'm going to teach you how to do that. We're going to, Kaylee, write that down. We're going to do that show. And then the bra extenders, 100%. That's how you handle the whole thing. That's how you buy them during pregnancy. I'm going to teach you how to buy them during pregnancy so you can wear them for an entire year. When people used to come into my store to do bra fittings with me, we would fit I would fit their bra for them. They would buy a bunch of bras, and then we would guarantee that the sizing and that they would fit until they were about 6 months pregnant, because we were so sure about how to actually fit the bras. And there really are ways to do this. And hopefully I can help you with that. All right. Awesome. What do we have left? We have, let's see, one more prize to give away, I believe, tonight, right? We still have a prize. Actually, I wanted to show you, this is the maternity belt from ASMED. I think I showed this to you recently. This is that maternity support belt, and it's actually really nice and soft. I really like this thing. Here's what I love about it. So this is great for, it's great for supporting so just like how we're talking about bras that help to support the breasts. And, when your breasts are heavy, and, the weight of the breast, if you don't have something that's nice and supportive, even when you're sleeping, there are ligaments. These are called Cooper's ligaments that are actually in the chest wall. And so when you're not wearing a bra, it stretches these ligaments. And that's why not wearing a good supportive bra can actually cause you to sag. Okay. Now, when your belly is big from pregnancy, we have the same issue that's pulling on a ligament called the round ligament. And that's that one that's kind of crossing over into your groin. And if anybody out there is pregnant, if you're pregnant or you've been pregnant, you know that pain that I'm talking about, where all of a sudden you get this like pain in your groin that you go, that can't be normal, but it totally is normal. Okay. That's that round ligament pain. And I remember the first time I felt it, and I was a midwife delivering babies, and I thought, oh my God, this is what I keep telling them is normal. No wonder they're not even smacking me across the face saying to them it's normal. It's so painful. But wearing a support belt like this can really, really make a difference to help lift the belly the same way that we do with a bra. Okay. And I like this one because, well, it's stuck to my necklace. It's really soft here. This fabric on the belly is nice and soft. The whole thing is Velcro, and it goes all the way around you. So it's going to be really easy to put on. Okay. So it's simple. You're not going to see it under your clothes very much, but it can also be used. You still have that crotch pain when you move. Yeah, you hated that pain. Everybody, you know what it is. You know what I'm talking about. That like, oh my God, like it just, you go from like sitting to standing and you feel it, or you go from lying down to sitting and you feel it, and it's intense. But that's just the ligaments stretching with the everything growing and the uterus getting big. This works well for during pregnancy, but it's also really good as a binder for postpartum too. So this is something that people don't usually use that often in the United States, but after you deliver, putting on a nice tight binder to hold the uterus and keep the uterus contracted is a really important part of postpartum recovery. And I would say that wearing this afterwards can only help. Okay. Same with like if you've had a C-section, and with a C-section, wearing some kind of a support garment afterwards can really make a difference, especially for being able to move. And it's so important that you get up, that you move, that you ambulate and walk around, and that you're not just laying in bed. Okay. The more you can move and get up and go to the bathroom, and the faster that you do that, it's going to help with your recovery. And so being able to put on some kind of a binder, I would see moms walk into my store and, just kind of walking really slow, holding their bellies. And I would know like they're just newly postpartum. They're coming in because they need bras or something else like that. And I would say, here, let me help you. Let's put on a binder and see how that feels. And as soon as I would put it on and it would support their belly, they would a sigh of relief, and they could move better and they could walk better. Okay. But even if you had a vaginal delivery, binding is such a good idea. It also works good if you're having that, like what she just described, that pain in her pelvic area, or pain in the groin sometimes after delivery is from the symphysis, the bone in the pelvic area can sometimes separate a little bit, and that is super painful. That can happen from the birth. Being able to bind the hips, like wearing this lower down on your hips and pushing your hips together, that can make a huge difference in being able to support your whole pelvic area and pull it all together and make it easier to move. All right. So this is great. You can use that one after. How long is that beneficial? I would say a couple weeks, like even a few months. If it's too, I think that you can use it for a while. I mean, you're going to feel comfortable, more comfortable. It helps to also when you're pregnant, the muscles in your stomach also separate. That's called the diastasis. And that, it's normal. The stomach muscle is going to rip open, sort of just separates out, and then the belly is going to grow through. Okay. And afterwards, if you lay down and you've, recently had a baby, you can feel that, like just feel in between here, and you'll feel the hole. That's where the muscle is separated. Okay. And binding that will help that muscle to go back together. Some light exercises, but also the binding. Very, very important. You can use this one after too. So I think you'll get a lot of use out of this. This is the Asmed maternity belt here. Okay. Really nice, really good quality. Simple to use, and you can use it for a long time. All right. Needed this for when I had my baby. Asked the doctor about it and said it was not necessary. Yeah. I think that often they don't learn about this stuff. They just don't. Physicians are just not, they're not the ones that I would ask about breastfeeding. They're not the ones I would ask about some of these other recovery products. They're really good at medicine, procedures, and surgery. Okay. And then when it comes to the normal stuff, you want to ask the midwife. Because that's what we do. All right. So I'm going to give you that good information there about all these like support products. These are the things that you may not get that information about. All right. You still have a slight one by my diaphragm. Yeah. You guys all know exactly what I'm talking about, right? All right. Let's give away the last prize. This is I'm just going to go to this one here. Let me pull it up on the screen for you. This is the cooler. All right. I like this cooler too. I think I've shown it to you before. This is the Dynamic Gear refrigerated lunchbox tote bag. Okay. It's a large tote bag cooler. Okay. Really, really nice. What's great about it, and I saw this and I thought of you guys for breastfeeding and breast pump parts. Okay. So the winner's going to get actually the ice packs, which is a separate part. Okay. And the cooler itself. All right. And that cooler is going to, right here, it has a separate section at the top where you can put like your parts if you've got breast pump parts here. And then inside here, you can put your breast milk for the day. Or if you're going out, you're going for a picnic, if you want to use it for lunches, you can use it for lunches. I'd say it's a pretty big one for a child's lunch. It's not for that, but it's great for storing your breast milk. I mean, I think it's a really good one. It also has like a carrying handle too, that you could like a shoulder strap as well. It's really, really nice. It comes in, what is that? Okay, let me just get this here. Is that Kaylee texting me, or is that Jamie bothering me again here? All right, good. Yes. They come in 4 different colors. Let me pop this on the screen for you. Okay, so they come in 4 different colors. It's really affordably priced. I mean, for such a nice bag, I have to tell you guys, if you're looking for some kind of a nice cooler bag, this is awesome. It's $14.99. There's also a 10% coupon right now that you can just click. You just click this little button here. It'll take 10% off your purchase. You can get them in the different colors. They come in black and blue and red. Yeah, this is a really nice one. And then also the ice packs that go with it. All right, so here's all the different compartments. I think this is going to maybe show us. Let's see if we can see. So there's the shoulder strap. I'm actually using it. I love it. I think it's a really great, here you go, picnics, camping, sports events, travel, and breastfeeding and pumping. Okay, and breastfeeding and pumping. You'll be able to fit things in here. You could probably fit a small pump. I actually think that you could fit a little pump in here at the top. If you have one of the smaller ones, I don't see why not. It would fit. I know some pumps that would fit in here. You could fit your breast pads in here. You could fit nipple creams and accessories. It's got pockets on the side, so you can put things on the front, on the sides. You could put your breast pump wipes in it as well. So there's a lot of room to be able to, fit different things right inside of here. Here you go. Here's some side pockets that you could slide things into. All right. So we have a winner for that. And the winner is, now this is just between the two people who actually who actually joined me live today. And so we just did a random flip of a coin between the two of you of who the winner is between Bree and Amber turned out to be the winner tonight. Okay. So Amber is going to win the cooler bag. Congratulations, Amber. Excellent. Excellent. Now, you guys, more of you need to jump in and ask me some questions. I want to see your faces. I want you to be able to jump in. We're going to do this every single week right now. Get ready with your questions. All right. Get ready to keep sending them in. Send them over to me. And we're going to do some topics coming up. All right. So we're going to pick some topics and I'll continue to answer your questions as well. Are you enjoying these shows? I hope you are. I enjoy them. Hi, Marnie. Awesome. I love seeing all your names. You guys are awesome. And that's going to be the show for tonight. I think that, we went over quite a bit of stuff. The giveaway code. Sorry. See why I need Kaylee here. There's so many things to announce. All right, let's give you that last code. This is for the October giveaway. Okay, so October giveaway code. Don't leave. Here you go. Sorry about that. October code is, and I'm not going to say it. Here we go. I want to make sure I do it right. There you go. Okay, there's your code. That's for October. October giveaway ends in just a few days. We're going to have some big prizes, right? It's a $2,500 giveaway. If you have not yet entered, let me pop it on the screen. Go over to the My Baby Experts app. You can get that in the App Store, whether it's Google Play or the Apple Store. Just download My Baby Experts, go to the app and right to the giveaway section and you'll see it. You can enter. And then we're going to be giving away, and it's not too late. It's not too late to enter. The code that I just gave you, that's good till 11:45 tonight Eastern. So make sure you go over after the show and enter both codes, the breastfeeding code and the October code, and get your extra entries and points to increase your chances of winning. Okay. And don't share it. Yes. I see Kaylee saying that. Do not share. You'll be disqualified. Okay. Do not share your codes. Very, very important. Keep it all to yourself. This is one time where we're not going to share. We like to share, but not that. All right. Awesome. We're going to be back tomorrow. So I'll be here tomorrow with Jamie at 3 p.m. Okay. We're going to be talking about crib mattresses tomorrow with Kyle from Bundle of Dreams. Really excited about that, to show you all about it and give you a full education on crib mattresses and what to look for, and really hear it right from Kyle, which he's the owner and manufacturer and the expert on crib mattresses. So if you're looking for something like that, be sure to tune in. And then we'll probably be back this weekend with some deal shows for you guys. Okay. Joel will be around. I'll be around this weekend. And if anybody wants to join us, I would love that. Make sure you hit the follow button here if you're not. And thank you to all my ladies. Love you guys so much. Thank you for joining me and for jumping in tonight. I loved it. I hope you guys got something out of this show. I hope it's really helpful for you. That is my intention, is that you're going to learn something and that everybody feels really empowered and good. So I'll see you tomorrow. Okay. Have a wonderful evening. Go hug your babies. I'm going to go hug mine. She's 17, but I'm still going to go hug her because they're always your baby. All right. All right. Everybody have a good night. See you later.